of SWU basketball here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Today, we have a matchup between your Southern Wesleyan University Lady Warriors and the Virginia State University Trojans. Should be a very good matchup here. The Trojans come in at 5-0 after defeating Seton Hill on Sunday night. The Warriors, they are 2-4. They had an exhibition with Furman earlier this week. Should be a very good matchup. Dynasty Shagog, a player to watch for the Warriors. She's your reigning McAllister's Deli Athlete of the Week, averaging 9 points per game on the year. For the Trojans, a pretty big stat to watch for them. They're forcing, on average, 24 turnovers a game, Matt. That's something we're watching for tonight especially. And as we go in now to prayer and national anthem, we'll take a quick break and be back with your starting lineups and tip-off of tonight's game. Welcome you back in now to historic Teisinger Gymnasium, where we're getting the starting lineups here. We'll go first with your home team, the Lady Warriors, tonight in their all-gray uniforms. It's Kalia Kendrick, Tristan Berry, Lexi Griffin, Shelby Glantz, and Dynasty Shagog. Kendrick making her first start of the year, so a new starting lineup tonight for the Warriors under head coach John Davis. For the Trojans, Tiana James, Majay Hayes, Michaela Furman, and Alexis Blake. Furman is making her first start of the season under head coach Nadine Doman. So two teams in a new starting lineup here tonight. Two teams that have had some success so far this season, and we should be in for a good matchup here tonight. Virginia State in the orange tops, orange shorts. Southern Wesleyan in the gray tops, gray shorts. It will be our reigning McAllister's Deli Athlete of the Week, Dynasty Shagog, jumping it up for the Warriors. And for Virginia State, it will be Alexis Blake. So Shagog and Blake, as the referee's making sure all the ladies have their jerseys tucked in. Here he comes for Dynasty Shagog and Alexis Blake. The ball is up and tipped and controlled by Tiana James, and we are underway in tonight's contest. First of two games here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network for the Warriors. The guys, following the conclusion of this, will play Georgia College. Right now, the Warriors starting off in a 2-3 zone. They're focused on the Trojans of Virginia State University, as there's a three from James, and it's good. And the first points of the game go to Virginia State on a deep three from the junior guard, Tiana James. And here's that defense we talked about from the Trojans, forcing 24 points per game. It will be a big challenge for the guards of Southern Wesleyan to take care of the ball here tonight. Here's Shagog up top looking for Shelby Glantz. She gets the ball, spins back to the right-handed hook. It's no good off the front rim, and Blake controls the rebound. Now here's James again for three. This time no good. Blake is tipping it up in the air, but it's Tristan Berry who is fouled on the first foul of the game. That personal is called on 22. That's Michaela Furman. Oh, excuse me, it was 24. That's Alexis Blake. Either way, it's both of their firsts tonight. Here comes Berry bringing it up now for the Warriors. Out to Griffin. Pretty extended defense here from the Trojans. It's inside to Shagog now at the free throw line. She'll pull that jumper. It's no good. And rebounded by Furman. Now here's Hayes on the left wing, crossing over to the right hand. Tipped him back out. Here's James on the right wing. She'll drive and kick. And good ball movement here. It's a three from Furman, and it's good. The Trojans 2 of 3 to start. Both their made baskets are from beyond the arc, and they lead 6-0 here with 8:20 left in the first quarter. And we got a reach-in foul there on Blake. That will be her second. 2 quick fouls there for the freshman Alexis Blake. And it will be Miller. It's Amisha Miller, who's one of 3 Trojans, Matt, averaging exactly 13.3 points per game.
And coming off the bench, too.
Yeah, but that's pretty funny. They've all scored 53 points, so through 5 games, they're all averaging 13.3. So the first look at Miller here tonight.
A big reason why the Trojans, they're 5-0. Because they have players off the bench coming on and getting 13 a game.
Yeah, they have 5 players who average double-digit points. The Warriors, their leading scorer is Shelby Glantz. She averages just 9.5 points per game. That's a deep 2 from Furman. The first non-made 3 of the night for the Trojans. They lead 8-0 here. The Warriors still looking for their first basket on offense.
Trojans looking great from perimeter, not just from behind the arc, but even just that previous long 2 they just had. That's why they're up 8-0 right now.
And that was a travel there from Tristan Berry on the handoff from Kalia Kendrick. So there's one of the turnovers. We talked about turnovers. That's something that the Warriors are going to need to control here tonight. Take care of that basketball.
24 turnovers a game. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's very impressive. If you look at it for the Warriors' perspective, for a bit of a comparison, they give up 19.2 turnovers a game, and they force 18 turnovers per game. So just in a perspective of how many turnovers are forced, the Trojans forced 6 more turnovers per game than the Warriors. That's a very big margin, and certainly something that could be an impact today.
It's a big reason why they have that very good record.
5-0. Can't be better than 5-0 through 5 games. Here's the Trojans now on offense again. They lead 8-0 here, 7:30 left in the first quarter. This is James on the right wing, being guarded by Kalia Kendrick. Now Furman, her back foot was on the line. It's no good anyways, and rebounded by Tristan Berry. Here's Berry now in transition for the Warriors. Will go all the way to the rim with the right hand. Might have been blocked there by Miller. Now in transition come the Trojans. The right-handed layup is good by Cabria Lewis. Her first points of the game. And now a quick 10-0 lead from the Trojans with 7 minutes left to play here in the first quarter.
Looks like the Trojans just outrunning and outplaying the Warriors right now. A great transition on that previous play.
There's Griffin. Her layup's no good. Up ahead now to Furman. She'll go with the right hand, blocked by Tristan Berry. Here's Kendrick now in transition. Up ahead to Shelby Glantz. Off the backboard, no good. Just a lid on the rim at the moment for the Southern Wesleyan University Warriors.
The Warriors, all their shots, they're inside the paint.
They're getting good shots.
They're doing everything but going in.
So here's Nigel Hayes now with it for the Trojans. She splits in a nice pass to Amisha Miller off the bench. Her first points of the game, and a timeout called by Coach Davis. 12-0 run here to open the game for Virginia State. We'll take the break with them. Back in a bit. And we're back now here from Teisiger Gymnasium. A 12-point lead for Virginia State over Southern Wesleyan. Here's Shagog for three. It's no good off the backboard. Rebounded by Furman. She'll go quickly ahead to Miller. Her layup is good. Counted, and the foul. A chance at an old-fashioned three-point play for Amisha Miller from the line. And the Virginia State offense is on fire here out the gates.
They've been amazing from perimeter, but their transitions are even better.
Yeah, they've only missed 3 shots so far. They're 6 of 9 from the field. One of those was from behind the arc. They're 2 for 3 from three-point range. So just terrific offensive start from the Trojans as that free throw is no good from Miller. Controlled by Talon Smith, who just checked into the game, a junior from Beaverton, Oregon. She'll drive now with it. Hand off to Griffin. Griffin is pressured heavily here, and that one was deflected by Miller before it went out of play, so it will stay here. And it will be Lexi Griffin the trigger. 17 on the shot clock. 5:43 left here in the first quarter. That pass goes in to Kalia Kendrick. She'll use the screen there from Glantz. Another re-screen from Glantz. And hand off to Griffin. Still Griffin. She hands off to Kendrick this time. She tried to split the double team. Looks like we might have a reach and foul. It's either on Lewis or James. They go with one. That's Cabria Lewis, the senior from New Orleans, Louisiana, transfer from Glenville State University. That's the third team foul on Virginia State, just one on the Warriors so far. Once again, Griffin here to trigger. And again, she gets it into Kendrick, but that one goes out of play. It's off Kendrick last, and another turnover here early for the Warriors. That is their third. Here's Hayes with it now for Virginia State. Into the high post, Miller. And back to Hayes, and we have an illegal screen there on Amisha Miller. That's just her first, though. But now the 14th foul on the Trojans. That's really the only thing they're doing wrong is they're fouling the Warriors more than they should be. But they are up 14-0 here. 5:12 left in the first quarter.
Seems like you can do anything you want being up 14.
Now the Warriors back on offense. This is Purley driving with the left hand. Too strong. Rebounded Cabria Lewis. She'll try to push it in transition for Virginia State. Now in the corner. Inside Miller. She controls it. Goes up. No good. Tipped and controlled now by Peerley. Lexi Griffin will try to push it in transition now for the Warriors. See if they can get a good look here. Great pass to Glantz. Her layup is good. And the lid is off the rim now for the Warriors. Their first bucket of the game here. 4:38 left in the first quarter. 14-2, the Virginia State lead. Here's Michaela Furman with it now on the right wing. Better defense here from the Warriors, but James will pull the three anyways. It's too strong off the back rim and rebounded by Glantz. Here's Griffin with it now for the Warriors. Kendrick in the post to Peerley. Peerley controls it, goes up with the left-handed hook shot, and it's good. Back-to-back buckets now for the Warriors. They've cut the lead to 10 here, 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Now starting to have some stuff fall for them, taking the lid off the basket.
Here's James with it now for the Trojans. On the left wing. Inside Miller. Back out to Hayes. She'll reject the screen from Miller. Euro step to the right hand, blocked by Peerley. Warriors starting to string together some stops here. Can they make it to within single digits? Here's Peerley with it now for the Warriors. Great pass on the cut from Griffin. And back-to-back-to-back buckets now for the Warriors. A 6-0 lead following a timeout from Coach Davis.
A really great leading pass.
Great pass.
Getting Griffin right into the basket for that one.
Here's Hayes now. In the corner, Miller. No good off the front rim, and we got a foul there on James. She put an elbow into the back of Talon Smith, who was on the block out. That's now the 5th team foul.
And 24's third foul of the game. She'll be in foul trouble early.
24 is a shooter. That's Talon Smith. The foul was charged to James, I believe. Here's a replay of that foul. It was on James, and our number 24, Talon Smith, the junior from Beaverton, Oregon, transfer from Weber State, UNLV, and then Weber State, and now Southern Wesleyan. She will get the free throws here. First one, no good. It's just the third and fourth free throws of the season coming up for Smith, and she'll stay at 50%. She's 2 of 4 now, and the lead's down to 7 here, 3:10 left in the first quarter. Some pressure here from the Warriors now in the backcourt. It's Skylar White who just checked into the game with it for the Trojans. Cross-court pass now to Furman. Furman will drive and dribble it off her knee. Possession goes back to the Warriors.
Warriors give them a taste of their own medicine right here.
Yeah, much better defense here in the last couple of minutes, and Griffin will bring it now for the Warriors, crossing the timeline with 2:48. There's Jordan Race up to Shelby Glantz. Still Glantz with it, hands off to Griffin.
A 14-point deficit, quickly turning to 7.
Here's Miller in the corner for 3, no good, too strong. Rebounded by Furman. She's looking to push it quickly here. Furman kicks ahead to Jones. Jones goes up through traffic. It's no good. Ripped away by Shelby Glantz. Still Glantz with the dribble for the Warriors. Kicks it across court. Race. Race will drive. Goes up with the right hand off the glass. Too strong. And it looks like it was off a Trojan hand last, so it will stay with the Warriors with 2:10 left here in the first quarter. Griffin to inbound here in the corner for the Warriors. A tough spot to inbound here. They do get it in, though, to Glantz. Glantz has a mismatch now. Had to pick up a dribble, but will fade anyways. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by Furman. Great pass from Furman up ahead to Lewis, and she will put down the left-handed layup. A 16-7 game now, and the 7-0 run from the Warriors now ended by the Trojans. Here's Smith off the made basket, pushing it quickly. Euro step to the right hand, no good off the front rim. And out of bounds will stay here with the Warriors. A couple of subs checking in for both teams. It's Trinity Moody for the Warriors and Barry and Shagog to check in for Southern Wesleyan. So it's Smith, Barry, Race, Peerley, and Shagog on the court for the Warriors. Tristan Barry will inbound it, gets it into the freshman Race. She drives left, spins to the right hand. Shagog is open in the short corner, too strong. And rebounded by the Trojans. Barry had it for a second, but they got back to Hayes. Still Hayes. She'll drive with it through the lane. Good pass there to Moody. It's no good off the front rim. Gets her own rebound and travel.
Spin a little too much right there.
Clock stopped at 1:21. It's 16-7. Virginia State leads. Stolen away. It's Moody with it now in transition for the Trojans, and her layup is good. That was just great defense there from Moody. Read the eyes and converted it into a layup. 18-7 now with a minute left to play in the first quarter. Here's Shagog up top. Now Race with it now in the corner. And Race had it stolen away. Now Moody again in transition, a 2-on-1. It goes back to Moody. She'll go up and is fouled by Tristan Barry. That's Barry's first and just the second of the game on the Warriors. And it will be now Trinity Moody, the sophomore from New Haven, Connecticut, who will head to the line for her first free throws of the night. This will be Moody's first free throw attempts of the season, averaging just 1.5 points per game. First free throw is no good. Only played 14 minutes in 5 games so far, but she's getting a chance here early, as the first free throw is good. So she goes 1 of 2. Lead goes to 12. We have a sub for the Trojans. It's Tiana James who checks in for Mija Hayes. 46.3 on the game clock, 30 on the shot clock for the Warriors, as Barry will bring it up for Southern Wesleyan. Picks up her dribble and kicks it out to Peerley. Peerley driving to Shagog in the corner. Back to Pearley in the low post. She'll go up with the left hand off the glass. It's too strong. Rebounded here by the Trojans. It's James pushing it in transition. Now in the corner, Lewis. Back to James. About a half-second difference in between the game clock and the shot clock. Good crossover there from Moody. She drives and kicks. It's Jones with a jumper. Her shot's good. 21-7 here. 8.4 seconds left. And we do have a clock issue here. I think they might have started that one early. It looked like it should have been 8.4 after the made basket. They have it at 5.3. The clock shouldn't have stopped after the made basket, so they have it at 5.3 now for the Warriors to get a shot off. Here's Barry now with 2. Barry at the buzzer. No good. That one looked like it might have been good off the glass from Barry, but the Warriors trail 21-7 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back after this short break here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Welcome back now to Teisinger Gymnasium. Andrew Baxley and Matt O'Banion here. In between the first and the second quarter here, the Warriors trail 21-7 against Virginia State here. Matt, what are you seeing early in the first quarter from the Warriors?
Just getting beat in transition. It's where the Trojans get a lot of their points. It's on a lot of steals and just getting to the paint quick enough. And the Warriors having no answer for it. That's why you can see it's 21-7 right now.
21-7 right now. The Warriors went on a bit of a run earlier in the first quarter. I think it was about 16-0, 14-0, and it was 14-0. They cut it down to 14-6 after a timeout from Coach Davis. But then the Trojans came back and got back in it, and they lead now 21-7 as we go to the second quarter. 10 minutes back on the clock. 5 on the floor for the Warriors is Barry, Smith, Glantz, Shagog, and Race. Here in their gray uniforms tonight. They get it into Smith, and she'll start us off with the first possession of the second quarter. Still Smith. Now the Glantz. Out into the right wing, Tristan Barry. Now Shagog tries to work in the post. She goes up, counted, and the foul. Nice pass there from Barry to Shagog. Shagog did the hard work with the basket. Foul will be charged to Kamani Jones of the Trojans. That is Jones's first and the first team foul here of the second quarter. Shagog at the line now for a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. Her free throw's no good. It tipped in, great effort there, but it was thrown off of Race by Jones, who had committed the foul. So she saves an extra possession for the Warriors there. It's 21-9 now, 9:43 left second quarter. And the Warriors showing some pressure here. Skylar White, the freshman from Fayetteville, North Carolina, to bring it up for Virginia State. They're trying to come double here with Shelby Glantz. And to some avail, turnover force there by the Warriors, 21-9. They get the ball back here in the second quarter. Good pressure there from Barry and the double team from Glantz. The fourth turnover of the game for Virginia State. That's something they dominate. It's a turnover margin, but just 1 right now. The Warriors have 5. Trojans have 4. There's Barry on the spin jump shot. The lead is now 10. Trojans trying to push it before the Warriors could set their press here. Lewis with it now. She'll hand off. And pulling a jump shot is Moody. It's no good. She gets her own rebound for a second. Then Barry stole it away. Here's Jordan Race with it now for the Warriors. She's being guarded by Moody. Race picks up her dribble, needs some help. Smith comes to help, but then she gets doubled. And we have it stolen away by Moody. Moody wide open in transition. Her layup is good. Coach Davis asking for a foul. Either a foul or a timeout. Not sure which one. Either way, the Warriors don't get it, and the Trojans get 2 points. Shagog has good position in the post, but Lewis got around to the pass first and knocked it out of play.
I believe Coach Davis asking for a foul on that one.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was asking for a foul or a timeout, because he was pretty close there, and there were 2 Trojans clinging on to Smith for dear life. It will be Barry to inbound to Griffin. Now glance at the free throw line. Barry on the right wing for 3, too strong. Rebounded Race, and she will have it tied up with Jones, and possession arrow goes to Virginia State. White will bring it up now for the Trojans. Now Moody. Moody hands off to Lewis. Lewis crosses over to the right hand. Good defense there from Griffin. Now White up top. They're trying to get it into the post to Jones. They finally do, and they score off of it. Good action there from the Trojans. Their lead is now up to 14. Barry trying to go quickly after the made basket for the Warriors into Shagog. Shagog had a layup taken away by a foul from Kamani Jones, her second, and the second team foul here in the quarter for the Trojans. Probably a good foul there from Jones, says Shagog would have been wide open. Shagog's doing very good, working down low to get position. And here is Griffin on a deep 2. It's no good. Tipped it a play off a Trojan hand last. It will stay with the Warriors. They reset the shot clock to 20. Here comes Amisha Miller to check in. Foul trouble an issue for the Trojans' big bodies early. Jones has 2, Blake has 2. Miller, who just checked in, has 1. As there was a foul on Miller. So now they all have 2. Our 3 centers have 2. That's something to watch for early if the Warriors try to continue to attack and continue to get those Warrior or Trojan centers into foul trouble. Here's Race now in the corner. She'll pump fake and drive. And had it stolen away by Miller. Still Miller with it. Shagog now the steal. She'll hand off to Barry. Now slow it down here. Lance trying to find Shagog. Barry will drive and pull up, and it's good. Beautiful looking shot in the mid-range from Tristan Barry. She has 4 points now in the game. Here's James. Now for White. She'll pull up from the mid-range. No good. Rebounded by Glantz. Warriors can cut the lead back to 10 here. Glantz has it now. Had it tipped away, but it will stay here with the Warriors. 20 on the shot clock. Kalia Kendrick will check back in for Race. And Barry to inbound. Gets it into Kendrick. And it's stolen away there by the Trojans. They have numbers in transition, but Dynasty Shagog stole it right back. And she's all alone in transition for the layup. The reigning McAllister's Deli Player of the Week, who had been in double digits 2 of the last 3 games. She is now up to 4 points on the game. The lead is 10 here with 6:38 left in the second quarter.
The Warriors now having 3 players, all with 4 points in the game.
Here's the handoff for Hayes. Now Miller at the free throw line. She'll try to drive and go around the defense, but her layup was short. Now here's Lexi Griffin in transition for the Warriors. Tries to get to the right hand and kick out to Glantz. Now she'll drive to the free throw line, spin a couple times, and kick to Shagog. Now Shagog spins in the post, and her left-handed layup is good. Back-to-back buckets for Dynasty Shagog, and the lead is down to single digits.
A great spin from her, making it look easy.
Oh, here's James for three. No good. Too strong. Rebounded by Griffin. See if the Warriors can make it another 6-0 run as Griffin slows it down. Calls for a screen there from Glantz. Picks up her dribble, kicks to Shagog. Shagog working early here. Goes with the right hand. It's too strong. Rebounded by Lewis. Now Lewis cross-court pass. Great feed to Hayes. Still Hayes with it now. Hayes gets a screen from Miller. Kicks out to Furman. Back to Hayes for three. It's good. So that stops the mini run from the Warriors. It's now 28-17, 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Had that one tipped away from Griffin, but it will stay with the Warriors. Asia Peerley, the junior from Greensboro, North Carolina, will check in for Shelby Glantz. Now here's Peerley driving. Shagog up top. Now Barry on the right wing. Barry has a driving lane here. And I think we might have an offensive foul there. They're going to say that Barry pushed off. That'll be just the first foul of the game for Barry there, and it will be a media timeout. So we'll take it with them. Back after the break. Warriors trailing by 11 here in the second quarter. Welcome back here to the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Southern Wesleyan trailing Virginia State 28-17 here midway through the second quarter. They come out with some press here, and they force a turnover. Here's Smith with it up ahead to Peerley. She'll go up, and her layup is good. Well-designed defense out of the timeout for Coach Davis in his 14th year at the helm for the Warriors. They come to double again. They've had some success on that so far a couple of times, but Miller gets the layup. Good take there from Amisha Miller. He's now up to 6 points in the game. Tried to get it in the post to Shagog, but it was off Miller last. Actually, it was off Shagog last. So turnover force there by the Trojans. They come to double again as they cross the timeline. That's how it's happened the past couple possessions. The double is continuing here as Hayes drives and kicks to James on the left wing for three. No good. Rebounded by Griffin. She'll try to push the pace here for the Warriors. Spins back to the left hand. Has Peerley working in the post. Griffin might have been bumped, but Peerley was bumped. Foul there on the Trojans. Called on 22. That would be Furman. just her first.
A lot of fouls for the Trojans.
They do a number of players with 2, including their 3 forwards, Blake, Jones, and Miller. It's Miller in the game right now. Started on the bench, but she's one of their 3 leading scorers. They have 3 players tied for exactly 13.3 points per game as Kendrick turned it over. 2-on-2 break here for Hayes. She'll try to go up and under, then kick and swing to Lewis for 3. No good. Rebounded by Shagog. She'll hand it off to Kendrick. Kendrick getting pressed in the backcourt here by James. She has a second to get it across and does just in time. Here's Smith now with it for the Warriors. Now Griffin in the corner. She'll drive left. Get the switch on Peely in the post if they want to use it. Here they go. Up with the left hand, off the front rim. Gets her own rebound and puts it in. And the foul. Peely denied the first time, but she got it on the second. And the foul going to the line for a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. Foul is called on James. That's her second. So now the 4th Trojan here with 2 personal fouls, and the Warriors will be in the double bonus for the rest of the second quarter as Peely goes to the line.
A great job at following her shot, getting that rebound and going for the and one as well.
Here's Peely's free throw, too strong. Shagog tipped it away from Miller, but Furman tipped it back to herself and controlled here by the Trojans. Here is Furman, had it stolen away here by Griffin. Here goes Lexi Griffin in transition, getting to the left hand, goes up, and the up and under right hand layup is good. Lead is down to 7 here, 2:30 left.
Great transition from Lexi Griffin.
See if the Warriors continue to add some pressure here to the Trojans. It's been successful since the under 5 media timeout. Here's Furman on the left wing for the Trojans. Trying to work it into the post for Miller. Griffin comes a double. Miller goes up anyways, too strong, but she was fouled. We'll see who the call was on. 21, that's Shagog. Her second. So Barry and Shagog have 2. No one else even has a personal foul for the Warriors, but Lance will come in for Shagog. That's a pretty big foul because Dynasty been playing very, very well as of late. Miller will now go to the line for the Trojans. 13 of 21 from the line. Make that 13 of 22. Coming into the game at 61% from the free throw line. Averaging 13 points per game as well as 10 total blocks. That's good for just over a block per game. Cross-court pass to Griffin in the corner. She'll drive and go up, but she was fouled. That will be 2 shots. Foul is on 30. That's Moody, her first. And 2 shots here for Lexi Griffin at the line. A senior from Portsmouth, Rhode Island. Her free throw is good. A transfer from New Hampshire. Griffin averaging 9 points per game on the year, an 81% free throw shooter, the best on the Warriors team. She'll get a second here to try to cut it to 6. And she does. It's 31-25, 1:59 left here in the first half. Hayes has it now for the Trojans. Attempt to double with Lance. That one was bouncing on the line. Not sure if they got it across, so it wasn't over in the back there. Had a pretty good angle on that one. 15 now on the shot clock for the Trojans. Here's Lewis. She'll hand off to Anthony. Now Hayes driving. Hayes on the jump stop. And a crossover there. It was Moody who was fouled. That foul is on 11. That is Lexi Griffin, her first. 2 shots here from Moody. Moody 1 for 2 from the line so far tonight. Make that 2 of 3. Actually, no basket. Had a lane violation on the shooter. So that free throw is erased from Moody. Here is her second, and it's good. So 32-25 here, just under a minute 30 left in the first half. Glantz has it now at the top of the key. Now kicks left wing for Griffin. Now Kendrick with it now for the Warriors. Kendrick gets doubled to Glantz. Glantz pulls a three. It's no good. Rebounded Peerley. She'll go up with it. No good. And tipped out of bounds by Miller. It will stay with the Warriors. Great play from Peerley there to keep the possession alive. Save one for the Warriors. 20 on the shot clock, 1:07 on the game clock. Here's Glantz. Now Smith on the right wing. She'll jab, step, and drive left. Back up to Glantz. Swings around for Kendrick. Kendrick traveled. Now the 13th turnover of the game for the Warriors. 56 seconds left here in the first half. This is Micah Hayes bringing it up for the Trojans, who lead by 7. Much better second quarter from the Warriors. I'd love to get another stop here. Hayes driving to to Moody, and her shot's good. So it's 34-25 now. Here's Smith driving for the Warriors. She'll cross back to the left hand. Now Glantz straight away. In the corner, Smith. She'll pull a three. It's no good. Tipped and controlled now by the Trojans. They're going quickly here with Hayes. Hayes will go up with two hands and finish. Lead back up to double digits here as we get closer here to halftime. 10 seconds left. The Warriors will try to hold here for the last shot. Griffin has it now. Here with 5. Griffin picks up her dribble. Glantz will have to shoot it at the buzzer. It's no good. And the Warriors trail by 11 as we head to the locker room. A good good late run, I should say, from the Trojans to put their lead to double digits as we go to the locker room, trailing by 11. We'll be back after the break.
Set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolina.
Located in downtown Central, Rails 133 has something for everyone. With menus and specials designed by our chef, Trent Kane, our selections can only be best described as upscale Southern comfort foods. Chef Kane uses only the freshest, locally sourced ingredients that have made Rails a destination spot. We offer theme nights, chef specials, daily specials, and our famous Meat and 3 on Sundays. Come visit Rails, dine in our lighted patios, or in our railroad-inspired dining areas. Rails 133, where memories are made every day.
Diamond Tee Promotional Gear is just a family-owned business that provides screen print embroidery, vinyl graphics, for cars and banners. We've been in business now for over 32 years.
And welcome you back into Teisinger Gymnasium here. The Warriors trail at the break to the Trojans. Andrew Baxley and Matt O'Banion here as the Warriors trail 36-26 here at the break. They had to lead down to 6 with 2 minutes left, but then a late run from Virginia State brought them back into it. Matt, what are you seeing in the first half?
Just the live we saw in the first quarter is just the Trojans beating the Warriors to the spot, having great transitions, looking great from the perimeter. The Warriors just seem like there's a lid on top of their basket. Need a lot more shot attempts in the second half for the Warriors, and a lot more need to go in. It just seems like the Trojans just keeping them at the perimeter and keeping them from going into the post for those easy layups.
Yeah, Southern Wesleyan yet to make a 3 so far in this game. The Trojans are 3 of 9 from behind the arc. But one thing that the Warriors are doing very well is offensive rebounds. They have 8 offensive rebounds so far in the game, Matt.
It's a great job for them. It's what they need. They need even more to get back in this game.
And a couple of foul troubles for both teams. They have a couple players with 2 each for the Warriors. Both Shagog and Barry have 2. But for the Trojans, a little bit more important, all 3 of their centers have 2. Blake, Jones, and Miller. So that's definitely something to watch for when we come back for the start of the second half between the Warriors and the Trojans here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
This is Conference Carolinas.
All right, welcome back now to Teisinger Gymnasium here, home of your Southern Wesleyan University Lady Warriors, who trail by 11 at the break to undefeated Virginia State University by a score of 36-25. Andrew Baxley, Matt O'Banion here on the call as we get ready to get started here in this second half. Warriors were better in the second quarter than they were in the first quarter, Matt, but still looking for some improvement here, especially from behind the arc, if they want to look to get back into this one and move to 2-6 here on the season. That's Griffin to Kendrick, and we're back underway here. The starting five on the floor for the Warriors as Kendrick dribbles it off her foot, saved it to the Trojans. Here comes Barry to steal it away. Now back to Kendrick. Here's Barry's mid-range shot. No good off the front rim. And rebound, and a bit of a hectic start to the second half. It's James with it now for the Trojans. Hands off to Hayes. Now Moody up top, stolen away by Griffin. Here's Lexi Griffin all alone in transition. And the first points of the second half go to the Warriors.
It's a great way to start the second half for the Warriors, getting them within 10 now.
They had it down to as little as 6 in the second quarter. Now the Trojans have it back. Here's Hayes out to Lewis. Lewis driving right, splits a double team, goes up. Her floater is good. Great touch there from Cabria Lewis, a senior from Louisiana, and puts a lead back over double digits. Now Barry has it for the Warriors. Hands off to Kendrick. Kendrick had to pick up her dribble. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Griffin deep on the left wing. Shagag working for it in the low post. Has 7 now on the shot clock. And she's working with her back to the basket. Great work there from Dynasty Shagag to put the league back to single digits. It's something the Warriors certainly need to go to here in the second half. Dynasty Shagag to work in the post. She's got now 8 points in the game. Here's James on the left wing for the Trojans. 10 here on the shot clock. We'll get a screen there from Blake. Now back to James. She pulls a 3. It's no good. But there's Lewis all alone. Someone lost their man on the box out. And Cabria Lewis makes the Warriors pay, as it's now 40-29. 7:50 left here in the third quarter. Griffin cross court for Barry. Barry driving right through the lane. She was fouled before the shot. Foul is on the floor. It's on number 1, Cabria Lewis, her second. A couple of Trojans have 2. Lewis, James, Blake, Jones, Moody, and Miller each have 2. For the Warriors, it's just Barry and Shagag. They get it in to Griffin. Now Shelby Glantz will dribble and hand off, or actually kick it out to Griffin in the corner. Here's Shagag at the free throw line, driving right, and she was tripped by Blake, now her third. Alexis Blake has only played 5 minutes in the game, but she has 3 personal fouls. That's the second here of the third quarter on Virginia State, but they will leave Alexis in. Get it to Griffin. Now Glantz, great action there. It was a Off-ball screen from Dynasty Shagog on the cutting Glance, who was wide open for a layup. Lead back down to single digits here for the Trojans, who have it on offense. Here's Hayes driving and kicking to Furman for three. No good. Rebounded Glance. Now Griffin trying to push it in transition for the Warriors. She gets doubled. Here right below us. Now Glance has it. Warriors could have numbers. There's three Trojans out on the perimeter. Here's Shagog now driving. She is fouled. No good, but she will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Had Tristan Berry wide open in the corner, but wanted to go in to the post try, get the layup.
Foul was called on James. That is her third. Or excuse me, her fourth. Scoreboard has 4. Stats say 2. Or stats say 3. That free throw's no good by Shagog. We'll see when they update it. But either way, it's a third-team foul on the Trojans. And here's Shagog at the line trying to make it an 8-point game with 6:55 left. Second free throw also no good. But Glance gets the rebound. Back out to Griffin. Griffin drives. She tripped on, I believe, a Trojan. On 20.
Floor might just be a little bit too slippery for him right here.
Or they reset it to 20. Not sure why they stopped the clock there, or why they stopped the game there, but the Warriors will keep it. Here's Griffin now on the drive. They didn't call a foul, though. Here's Shagog now with it for the Warriors. And she's fouled. She'll head back to the line where she just missed 2. Another foul. This time it's on 5. That's White, who just checked into the game. Just her first.
Shagog going for some redemption right here, missing her last 2.
And that one is no good as well. Shagog, a 52% free throw shooter coming into the game. And that one is good. She finally knocks it down from the strike. It's 40-32. White now in the corner, driving baseline, kicked out to Furman. Back across for Lewis. Lewis will pull up from the mid-range, no good. Off a Warrior hand last. That was Griffin. It will stay here with the Trojans. White to inbound. And send it out to Hayes. 18 here on the shot clock. 6:15 left in this third quarter. Gets a screen from Miller. Hayes driving right. Griffin came to double. Now here's Lewis. Lewis a crossover and kick and a swing to Furman. She has to get it up. She will at the shot clock buzzer. And tips around the rim and in. Bucket for the Trojans. Here's Shagog straight away. Lead up to 10 now for Virginia State. Griffin crosses over to the left hand, driving, tried to get it to Shagog. It eventually does. White came to double. She tipped it away. Now here's White in transition. 3-on-2. She'll pull up and knock it down. Nice pull-up jump shot there from the freshman Skylar White. They come to pressure again in the backcourt. Here's Berry. Berry out to Shagog. Shagog had it stolen away. Here's Miller now again in transition here for the Trojans. Now to Hayes. Hayes goes up. Miller came to follow. Her layup is good. Count it, and the foul. It's charged to Tristan Berry. That's now her third. And Amisha Miller will head to the line of the chance of an old-fashioned three-point play. 4 subs will come in for the Trojans and 2 for the Warriors. Joanna Robinson is waiting if Miller does make the free throw as Race comes in for Berry late. So it's now Glance, Peerley, Race, Smith, and Griffin for the Warriors. And Miller from the lines, free throw is good. So Robinson will come in for her. Robinson, a graduate senior from Hampton, Georgia. Just making sure her jersey's tucked in after she just subbed in. Pressure here from the Trojans after the made basket. Here's Pearly, and she was bumped by Moody. Moody's second, and it will be free throws for the rest of the way. 5:11 left in the third quarter. Warriors will be in the double bonus for the rest of the way.
I believe that's the third quarter in a row that the Trojans have gone to the bonus.
Yep. 2 free throws here for Asia Pearly, the junior from Greensboro, North Carolina. Our first free throw is short. Tonight's Pearly's first start of the night. She's averaging 7.5 points per game. Just a 33% free throw shooter, though, makes that one. Lead down to 14 with 5:10 left here in the third quarter. Anthony will bring it up for the Trojans. Arid pass eventually finds Caitlin Rodriguez, who's checked in for the first time. Now Anthony back to Rodriguez. Now here is Moody driving. Moody hesitates and kicks out too low for Anthony. A turnover. That will send us to our media timeout. 47-33 at the under 5 timeout here in the third quarter. We'll take it with them. Back in a break. Welcome back here to Teisinger Gymnasium. Andrew Baxley, Matt O'Banion, as the Warriors trail by 14 halfway through the third quarter. Trojans sowing some pressure. They get it into Griffin. Now Race. Cross for Glantz. Not a great pass there from Jordan Rance, but Shelby Glantz saved her. Now here's Glantz straight away. Race in the left wing. In the post for Pearly. She'll go up with the left hand, and it's good.
Pearly now with 9.
Yep, 9 points for Asia Pearly here in this contest. In just 11 minutes played. Now the Trojans on offense. Here's Jones. On the left wing, Rodriguez for 3. No good. And here is Race now pushing the transition for the Warriors. We'll slow it down with Glantz. Now in the post for Pearly. In the corner, Smith. Now Griffin for 3. It's good. The first made 3 of the game for the Warriors comes with 3:55 left in the third quarter and makes it a 9-point game. Now here's Rodriguez for the Trojans. Moody on the drive will pull up, and that's good. Got a lucky bounce off the front rim. The Trojans will take it as they push the lead back up. Now here's Smith in transition to Glantz. Some hesitation there from Smith. Had Glantz with no one in front of her. Thought it was too good to be true. The Trojans get it back, but Glantz will take it right back. She'll go up with the layup in transition. It's good. Lead back down to 9. Great play there from Shelby Glantz.
Some redemption for her from that last play.
Now here's Rodriguez on the right wing. She'll drive left and kick out to Anthony. Now Anthony's turn to drive. She'll kick out to Jones. Jones' shot no good, and possession goes to the Warriors. The 5 subs come back in for the Trojans, who were just taken out. It's their starting 5. Lewis, James, Hayes, Furman, and Blake. Or excuse me, White instead of Blake. White, the freshman guard. Warriors keep their same 5, but Furman forces a turnover. And now she kicks to James, who was fouled by Griffin. It is Griffin's second. And so Tiana James will head to the free throw line. James, a 70% free throw shooter on the year, averaging 13.3 points per game. That's her first of the night, no good. Now here's the second from James. It's good. 50-40 now, 2:47 left third quarter. Now Kendrick has it for the Warriors. Griffin in the corner. She'll drive, and a nice pass to Pearley, who blew the layup. And a foul now on Taylon Smith. That's Smith's first, the third team foul of the quarter for Southern Wesleyan. And Mija Hayes will bring it up now for the Trojans. Lost control of it, and they call a double dribble on that one. She lost control, and then she tried to get in the dribble with 2 hands there. Can't do that. That's a double dribble, so the ball goes back to the Warriors, the 13th turnover of the night for Virginia State. Now here's Kendrick with it for the Warriors. Takes it out to Smith. Pearley working for a position in the post. Still Smith with it. Hands off to Griffin. Griffin swings to Shagag. She'll drive and kick to Smith. Now Smith kicks and drive, goes up with a floater, no good. Shot clock is at 3, but the Trojans finally control it and now go in transition. Here's James with the right hand, a charge. Foul is charged there to Tiana James, her 4th, as Lexi Griffin was waiting on her. And now the 14th turnover of the night for Virginia State. Here's Kendrick with it now in the backcourt for the Warriors. Pearley spins away from trouble. Griffin in the corner, a deep 2. It's good. Big shot there from Griffin to cut the lead to 8 with 1:30 left in the third quarter.
Griffin now with 13 in the game. Not just team leader, but game leader in points.
Here is in the corner Furman. And now Lewis pump fakes and drives. Good pass to James, who couldn't control it, but now here's White. She'll step back. Another deep 2 is airballed, and Smith grabbed it while she was standing out of play. And I think they're going to talk it over to see if they should reset the shot clock or not. The ball did not hit the rim. I don't know, at least I don't think it did, Matt. Did you see it hit the rim?
No contact at all, straight air ball. Looked like it was also going out of bounds with no other contact from the Warriors, so no real reason to go for the rebound right there.
I thought that as well, and even then they would have been less than 5 seconds on the shot clock, so you could have just boxed out and let the ball bounce either out of bounds or expire. But we'll see what they do.
A little bit of a mental error right there for the Warriors.
They're going to reset it to 12. It's an interesting...
Maybe a lucky number.
There. Yeah. Not sure why it would have went to 12. It should either be 5 or 20 or 5 or 30 because Smith controlled it standing out of play. But the Warriors get it right back here. So it's all a bit meaningless there on the argument. And the Warriors looking to cut it back to 6. That's as low as it's been since the first quarter. As here's Shagog driving now for the Warriors. She'll go up. Her layup is good. Shagog now in the double digits with 11 in the game. And under a minute to play, the lead is 6 here in the third quarter. Hayes has it now for Virginia State. Now White on the left wing. Hayes across to Lewis. Back to Hayes. Hayes with 10 on the shot clock. Now Blake. Blake traveled. Ball goes back to the Warriors. They can hold for the last shot if they want to, and they can make it a 2-possession game if they want to. Here's Griffin now with 25 left here in the third quarter. Across to Shagog. Now Smith. Kendrick. Griffin now with 15. Looking for Peerley in the post. Instead now out to Shagog with 10. Now the Peerley out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Trojans. Warriors will extend their defense out to try to prevent the shot, but here is now Hayes, a good pass. If they get it off in time, they do. It's Blake's layup at the buzzer to make the lead back to 8 after the Warriors had it as little to 6. That seems like an unlucky number so far for the Warriors. They got it to 6 twice, but the Trojans continue to add on since then. We go to the fourth quarter, 52-44 here from Theisinger Gymnasium, back after the break.
Diamond T Promotional Gear is just a family-owned business that provides screen printing, embroidery, vinyl graphics, for cars and banners. We've been in business now for over 32 years.
This is it. Step into community, step into faith, step into life. Step into Southern Wesleyan University.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Andrew Baxley and Matt O'Banion here back for the fourth quarter. Trojans who have the ball lead by 8, 52-44 as we just get started here in the fourth quarter. It's Miller working in the post. Kicks out to Hayes for 3. No good. Tipped and controlled by Furman. They save a possession. Furman goes up with a nice move, and the layup is good to make it, once again, a double-digit lead.
Just seems like the Warriors, all they can get close enough is 6 points. Can't really get any closer to them.
As there, Kendrick makes it 7. Big 3 in the corner from Kalia Kendrick, the junior from nearby Seneca, South Carolina. It's 54-57 here, 9:15 left fourth quarter. Just the second made 3 of the night for the Warriors.
A few long twos, from Griffin. That's been it. Only 2 threes made throughout this entire game for the Warriors.
And one thing they've certainly done better of in the second half, Matt, is they have prevented the Trojans from making one. The Trojans were 3 of 9 in the first half. They're now 3 of 13 for a 23 percentile overall.
Most definitely. And first quarter was very lopsided in Virginia State's favor, scoring 21 points to Southern Wesleyan's 7 points. And it's just been getting more and more points for the Warriors and less for the Trojans. It's a good sign for the Warriors for this fourth quarter matchup. They just need to keep going until they can get as close as they can. Because right now, being down by only 9, they're still in this game, most definitely.
And that was Miller, whose layup was good in the foul. Foul was on Shagag, her third. And now Miller converts the three-point play to the line as that cancels out the Kalia Kendrick corner three. Leads back to 10 with 9 left in the fourth quarter. Glantz just checked in for Peely. Here is Glantz with the left hand. Too short, out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Trojans.
The Warriors just need to start taking smart shots, make some great passes, stop making unforced errors, get back in this game. So as we can see, it's been a lot of turnovers.
And there's Furman on the crossover. Three is no good, rebounded by Glantz. Griffin ahead to Shagag, just too much from Lexi Griffin. Now the 19th turnover of the game for the Warriors.
Getting close to that 24 mark.
24.6 is what the Trojans were averaging coming into the year. It's now 19 on the game for the Warriors. Here's Griffin to get one back here for the Warriors. Nice behind-the-back dribble. She pulls up in transition. Tough shot. Rebounded Kendrick. She goes up. Rebounded by Miller after her shot was no good. Maybe not the best shot in transition there from Griffin. Here come the Trojans now. It's Furman. Stayed in. Great pass to Miller. And her layup is good. Miller now the 15 points on the game. She takes the lead in total points from Griffin. And a timeout called by Coach Davis. They'll take the timeout with them here. 59-47, 7:56 left. We'll be back in a bit. Big run there for the Trojans before the timeout called by Coach Davis. 59-47 now the Trojans lead. Warriors have the ball. Here's Kendrick on the right wing. Now Glantz. Back to Kendrick. They're looking for Shagag in the post. Now Griffin with 8 on the shot clock. Glantz in the corner. Barry for 3. Too strong. Miller and Kendrick were both at a play. They say it's off Miller last, so the Warriors will keep it with 20 on the shot clock. 7:29 left, fourth quarter. It will be Kendrick to inbound. Shagag had it stolen away by Miller. Miller knew exactly what Shagag wanted to do on the inbound handoff. It's Hayes now out to Furman. Great cut from Miller. Better feed from Furman. Layup good by Miller. 61-47 now, 7:13 left in the fourth quarter. And now another turnover. Hayes up ahead to Lewis. Blocked by Shagag. A travel before the block. So a much-needed stop there for the Warriors as the lead is up to 14 now. 21 turnovers in the game for the Warriors. That number is continuing to grow here quickly as the Warriors are scoreless in their last 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Here's Kendrick on the drive. Glantz, they need this one for sure, and Glantz knocks it down. 61-50 now, 6:50 left. A shot of life back into the Warrior offense as Shagog heads to the bench.
That's what this Warriors team needs.
Here's Furman with it now for the Trojans. Out to Hayes. Hayes gets the screen from Miller. Hesitates and drives. Kicks out to Furman, who will step in and then drive. Now Miller. Great ball movement from the Trojans. And it ends with a layup from Miller, who now has 19. Here's Pearley. Wide open glance in the post. She might have got away with the travel, but the layup is good either way. Warriors make the lead back to 11 here. Hayes will bring it up for the Trojans. 6:02 left, fourth quarter. Hands off to Furman. Furman will pull the three. It's too strong. Rebounded Pearley. Now to Barry. Warriors looking to push it quickly here. Barry had it fouled by Furman. A lot of contact there on that one for sure, but Furman came away with more of the ball than Barry, but will take the foul, of course. Just the first team foul of the quarter, for the Trojans.
Just a reminder to not go anywhere after this game is over, as we have a doubleheader with our men's team taking on Georgia College, looking to get their first win at home and on the season, on their way to their goal of making it to the conference championship.
Yeah, GCSU, another 5-0 team coming into Teisinger Gymnasium here tonight. The Trojans were 5-0 to start the season. They're up 9 here, 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. This is Blake driving. Her shot's no good. And rebounded, though, by Hayes. Now Furman in the post. Miller with the left hand. It's good. Amisha Miller starting to take over this fourth quarter. She's got 21, just 2 missed shots. She's 9 of 11 from the field, and there's another Warrior turnover. Blake has it now. He gets it to Furman. Furman being told to slow down by Coach DeMond. And now Miller again, and Miller, the basket looks like an ocean for Amisha Miller right now. She is on fire. Here comes the Warriors quickly. Pearley, the layup for the Warriors. She has 13 now. 2 Warriors with 13, 2 with 11. It's Griffin and Pearley who lead them at 13. The lead is 11 with 4:30 left for the Trojans. Hayes has it now. You would think they want to go back to Miller here. She's been on fire recently. 23 points in the game to go with 4 steals. And here on the left wing is Lewis. She'll drive and kick to Hayes for 3. No good. Shot didn't hit the rim, but Furman got it off before the buzzer anyways. Lead grows back to 13 with 4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. And now Barry for 3 in the corner. She'll answer. Big shot there for the Warriors from Tristan Barry. She's now got 7 in the game. Her first made 3. Just the 4th made 3 of the Warriors here tonight. Now on the right wing, Furman. Blake looking for Miller in the low post. Now they end the shot clock for the Trojans. Here's Lewis on the jumper. No good, but Miller is there. Miller's layup is no good. That's a rare thing for me to say tonight, is Miller is no good, but the Warriors, a big stop for them. They love to cut it to single digits here, as Griffin has it now. 3:10 left, fourth quarter. 69-59. Cross-court pass to Smith. Smith had it tipped away, but it will stay with the Warriors. 13 here on the shot clock. A timeout called by Coach Davis. We'll keep it right here. 3:04 left, third quarter, Matt. What do the Warriors need to do to cut this lead down and get the victory here with 3 minutes left?
Really just speed up their game. Look for some great shots. Try not to have as many unforced errors as they have been. I mean, you're looking at, they're sitting at about 22 turnovers in this game.
Yep, you're exactly right. 22 turnovers in the game for the Warriors, 18 for the Trojans.
It's just something you can't have when you're trying to beat an undefeated team.
Yep, the Trojans coming in at 5-0. They beat Seton Hill on Sunday, 88-86. But Amisha Miller, been their big player here tonight. She's averaging 13.3 points per game on the year, but tonight she has 23 on 10 of 13 field goal shooting. Also 4 rebounds, 4 steals, and a block. So she's doing it on both ends of the floor here tonight, Matt.
That average definitely going to be going up after this game.
You're exactly right. For the Warriors, they're led in points by Lexi Griffin and Asia Peerley with 13 each. Shelby Glantz and Dynasty Shagog both have 11. Shagog wasn't on the floor before that timeout. We'll see if they get her back in. She does have 3 personal fouls. She makes up for 7 of the Warriors' 22 turnovers. Here come both teams back onto the floor. 3:04 left, 69-59 fourth quarter. For the Warriors, it's Barry, Smith, Griffin, Peerley, and Glantz. Barry will inbound to Smith. Here's Griffin. Now 5 on the shot clock. Warriors will need to get one up quickly, but they turn it over before they do. And what a pass from Furman ahead to Lewis. That was a terrific pass from Michaela Furman. Lead is back up to 12 now for the Trojans.
23 turnovers in the game for the Warriors. It's just something you can't have.
On the corner, Smith. 2:30 left fourth quarter. Warriors need a bucket, and they need one quickly. Here's Barry on the right wing. Now cutting Glantz from the elbow. Shot's no good. And rebounded by Alexis Blake. Here's Hayes in transition. She'll slow it down. Virginia State will love to take some clock and a bucket here on this possession. Here's Blake out for Lewis. Still Lewis now with 8 on the shot clock. Driving right. Stolen away by Griffin. Now Barry up ahead to Peerley. We have a foul before the layup. It is on, I think they called that on 1. Did you see who they got that one on, Matt?
I believe it was 1.
We'll see who they call that one on when they put it on the scoreboard. But if it's 1, that's on Lewis. It is Lewis. That's her 3rd.
A smart foul from her, stopping that fast break layup. But now in foul trouble.
In the NBA, that would be a free throw and possession for the Warriors, but they'll keep it with just a possession here. 71-59, 1:45 left fourth quarter. Glantz spinning and finishing. Nice bucket there from Shelby Glantz, but now the Trojans have numbers after the made basket, but Hayes will slow it out. 1:34 left in the game, a 10-point game. Here's Furman now driving, back out to Lewis, and now Hayes. They'll continue to move the ball and kill some clock as the Warriors try to double. Lewis gets away. Out in the corner for 3, no good. And rebounded Furman. Furman, the tip pass to Jones is no good, but Lewis got it, and she finished. Now Barry for the Warriors. Glantz in the corner. Griffin, step back 3, no good. Rebounded Peerley, but she went over the back.
Great job being aggressive going for that rebound because they really need it in that sense, being down a lot.
That's Peerley's first. The third team foul. Under a minute to play here, a 12-point game. Furman has it now for the Trojans. In the post is working Jones. Jones trying to spin to the left hand, blocked by Glantz. Glantz gets it on the rebound as well. Now here's Barry. Warriors looking to push it quickly here, trailing by 12. Hesitation. Barry gets to the right hand. Great move by Tristan Barry. Lead down to 10 with 35 left. Warriors need to add some pressure here. They do with Griffin. She doubles with Barry on Hayes. Furman now 20. She'll pull a 3. It's good. That'll be the icing on the cake for the Trojan victory. Lead is now 13 with 20 seconds to play. And tipped there by Blake before it got to Peerley. 17.3 left, 76-63 your score. Griffin will inbound. Up top for Glantz. Now Barry. Now Barry driving. Kicks out for Kendrick for three. It's no good. Rebounded Blake, and that will do it. The Trojans come into Tysinger Gymnasium and stay undefeated on the year. They're now 6-0, 4-0 on the road. The Warriors drop to 2-5 on the year. Matt, what were your thoughts on that game?
That defense, all those turnovers adding up. 23, I believe, that they had in total.
24.
24.
Right at
that
their
mark.
season average, yep.
It's just something you can't have, all those unforced errors. It's great defense by the Trojans, but you just can't have all those turnovers adding up because it's shown on the scoreboard.
And the massive game from Amisha Miller. She had 23 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, and a block on just 3 missed shots of the night. She led all scorers, followed by 14 from Furman, and Lewis with 12 to round out the double-digit scores for the Trojans. For Southern Wesleyan, they had 3 players with 13, Lexi Griffin, Shelby Glantz, and Asia Peerley. Dynasty Chagog had 11, Tristan Derry had 9, and Kalia Kendrick had 3. So that would do it for our coverage here of the Lady Warriors. The male Warriors coming up following this one. They will be taking on Georgia College here, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Southern Wesleyan basketball in just about 25 minutes. We'll talk to you then.